well, you've done it. You've made it to the end. Everything has finally wrapped up. I mean, it's over, right? I mean, well, the ending. The one thing you probably loathe. Well, it's here. The climax, just like my love life, it's over. It's over. Well, you can probably guess it. This is the last episode for this season of the ASG. I was going to say agenda, but it's also kind of the last episode. But you should go watch that on Thursdays at 9, only at kentwire.com/tv2/live. That's probably the wrong link, but guess what? I'll put the right link down. Anyways, this is the last episode of ASG, and as well as this is the last episode of ASG, guess what? This is my last video for this season. I'm gonna be making more episodes, obviously, because why not? I mean, it's fun. And as you can tell, I got dressed for the occasion. I'm dressed in a nice suit and tie. I gotta dapper up. I look really stupid. Anyways, we're talking about finales in video games because guess what? With every beginning for a video game, guess what? There has to be an ending because guess what? Ending. Anyways, enjoy because guess what? I have nothing else. This is it. This is it. This is the finale. This is the last episode. Yep. Anyway. So, talking about satisfactory video game endings. The hero wins. Well, that's you, obviously. You're the hero in every freaking story that has existed in modern media, of course. Practically every hero has a goal, or basically the player has a goal that they have to achieve. When they achieve the goal, congratulations, you won. But exactly at what cost? Sometimes video games are based off the idea that you don't get a satisfactory conclusion. Well, again, that depends on the ending that you get for a video game. Sometimes you'll get a conclusion that usually says, hooray, you did it, you win. Now we go home and we eat cheesecake, for God's sakes. Or usually there's the ending where, oh no, the world's over. Everyone's freaking dead. Games like Telltale, The Walking Dead, or The Wolf Among Us. Oh my god. But depending on exactly your choices lead to the ultimate outcome of which, well, everything ends up wrapping up. Usually you'll get a very satisfactory ending depending on, well, the choices that you've made. There's usually games that have multiple endings, of course, because, of course, what would a video game be if it didn't have multiple endings? But, of course, I can say that usually endings have rankings. Sometimes you get the A ending, or the B ending, or the C ending, or the D ending. If you've ever played Dead Rising, then you would know what I'm talking about, because endings in Dead Rising were determined by a letter ending, and that ending also sometimes correlates to, guess what, more content unlocked. Now, of course, endings usually have the good ending or the bad ending, but we never talk about the true ending. True endings in video games are determined by your actions once again. But if you make every single correct choice, it's not usually a determinant of the good ending, which basically the event happens and you get a good ending, obviously. But the true ending is everything is wrapped up in a nice little bow, and then, well, everything is good in the world. Now, I can't spoil true endings because guess what? You should play the games to actually experience true endings. But if you are trying to look for true endings, the one thing I can recommend is look for every single detail. You can usually find the ending in the bigger picture. Sometimes you may have to look in the little details though, but usually you can find it quite literally in plain sight. Look for the true ending if you can, because guess what? That's the best ending possible. Or maybe it's not usually the best ending possible, but it's an ending at the very least. To wrap up, we want to talk about, well, actually, I'm not wrapping this up. What do I want to talk about? Of course, we covered the basis of endings, and we've covered the basis of choices. I don't know. I think that's weird. I usually thought I would have more to add to these videos, of course. I mean, well, that's a thing. When I talk about these videos, I'm usually talking about a lot. Sometimes it just spans off the top of my head exactly what I want to talk about. But I will say this. ASG has allowed me to grow exponentially as a video creator. Back before I joined ASG, I never really wanted to make videos. I mean, I made a few videos occasionally, but I was never really, how do I say it, motivated to create content. But then I joined ASG, and well, that changed. I owe it to the amazing people at TV2. They've done so much for me. And honestly, no amount of thank you, no amount of appreciation can really repay how much I appreciate these people. I love these guys to bits, and this is me speaking kind of honestly here. I appreciate everyone at TV2 to bits, because they are, without them, I wouldn't have been able to break out of my shell as much as in college as I wanted to. And, the ability to break out of my shell, which I was so inclined to keep in, words just can't describe how thankful I am for these people. With the ending of this episode, in this video, of course, I don't think I gave you a proper conclusion. Yes, you viewer. You've either forced yourself to watch my videos, or you actually genuinely enjoyed my videos. Either way, I don't think I gave you a proper conclusion to watching my videos. So of course, I figured you should probably come along with me. You should join me on one last journey. So I ask you now, come join me. Okay, so unfortunately we don't have a lot of time left, so I gotta make this quick for you. So, okay, so, well, I guess the rest is up to you, right? You got this, right? I mean, there's your cue, right?
Oh, hey dude, what's up? Wait, why are you... Is this my room?